Today's video is a simple one, brought on by a thought I had the other day when I was pulling into my garage. We have a paved path that allows us to drive one of our two vehicles into the additional room on the outside of our house with a remote control door whose sole purpose is to house our cars. Somebody tell them thank you. I just became so aware of the absolute abundance and opulence of the fact that I have two cars, a driveway, and a garage. I mean, it's a separate room outside of my house with a remote control door, with a paved path up to it so I can store my multiple vehicles. Don't even get into the house. Instead of having to pitch a tent and cut wood and go collect dirty water miles away and fight off animals and disease, etc., I have a solid, permanent structure, 3 floors, right? Temperature controlled, with running water that's piped in for me, and separate rooms for me to clean myself off, and little tiny rooms solely for me to put my clothes in. It really is about how you look at things. Sometimes the situations in our lives overshadow our perspective on what we actually have. It is so abundant and opulent for me to sit inside of this building and have these lights and this camera and this fan and change my jewelry to match my shirt, and I'm about to go downstairs and select from multiple options what I'm going to eat. And I went to the store this week. I didn't have to hunt for any food. I didn't have to go pick any of the fruits and berries. I went to the store and somebody has conveniently already gathered up the food for me, or they dang near been done cooked it and all I gotta do is heat it up. How do you remain joyful when you struggle with depression? How do you remain joyful when your first and only child is born with a bevy of medical problems? How in the world are you still able to get on this camera? It is an active and intentional daily choice to remain grateful and to change my perspective. So remember, when things are happening in your life that seem like they are never going to end, and it's a situation where you feel like there is no out, and even when God hands you something that you don't want, you have so many other things to focus on. I remember watching this guy on television who had moved from an African country where water was scarce, in an area where they have those fountains that shoot up out of the ground, and you know the little kids are playing in the water, and he just stood there staring at it, and he just said, "So much clean water." In this country, we have so much clean water that we just shoot it out the ground and we, run in it and we make fountains and we throw coins in it. Meanwhile, people in other countries would be drinking that water. It's a message for you and it's a message for me, because I am not perfect and I do not always think that way. But I choose every morning to get up and decide what am I going to focus on. And I'm telling you, the day just goes better when I focus on my gratitude and I focus on the places where I am already blessed in abundance. Let the church say amen. And on that note, until tomorrow, be grateful. Bye y'all.